There was a time in my life when those 3 words, "I can do it," felt like a lie. Not because I didn't want to believe them, but because everything around me told me otherwise. Every failure whispered, "You can't." Every delay shouted, "You're not ready." Every closed door echoed, "This is not for you." And slowly, quietly, I started to agree. I stopped trying as hard. I stopped dreaming as big. I stopped believing altogether. Until one day, something happened that changed everything. It was an ordinary morning. Nothing special. No miracle. No sign in the sky. Just me, sitting alone, tired of my own excuses. I looked at my life and I realized something painful. I wasn't losing because life was hard. I was losing because I had already decided I couldn't win. That moment hit me like a thunderbolt. Because the truth is, before anyone else limits you, you limit yourself first. And that day, for the first time in a long time, I asked myself a simple question. What if I'm wrong about myself? What if I'm not weak? What if I'm not behind? What if I'm not disqualified? What if I can actually do it? That question lit a small fire inside me. Not a big fire, not a loud one, just a quiet flame that whispered, "Try again." So I did. Not perfectly, not confidently, but honestly, I tried again. And guess what? I failed again. Yes, I failed, but this time, it felt different. Because instead of saying, "I can't," I said, "I'm learning." Instead of saying, "This is impossible," I said, "This is progress." And slowly, that tiny flame began to grow. You see, confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes after you decide to move, even when you're afraid. And that's where most people get it wrong. They're waiting to feel ready. They're waiting to feel strong. They're waiting to feel sure. But readiness doesn't come first. Decision does. Let me tell you something powerful. The moment you say "I can do it," you are not declaring perfection. You are declaring war against your limitations. Days passed. I kept showing up. Even when I didn't feel like it. Even when it was hard. Even when nobody noticed. Especially when nobody noticed. Because the truth is, your biggest growth will happen in silence. When no one is clapping for you. When no one is encouraging you. When no one even knows what you're going through. That's where "I can do it" is tested the most. There were days I wanted to quit. Days I questioned everything. Days I went back to that old voice saying, "Who do you think you are?" But this time, I had an answer. I am someone who refuses to give up. Listen carefully. You don't need to be the best. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to be the strongest. You just need to be the one who keeps going. Because life is not won by talent alone. It is won by persistence. By the person who says, "I can do it," and then proves it through action. Let me take you deeper. There is a version of you, right now, that you haven't met yet. A stronger you, a wiser you, a fearless you. But that version of you is waiting. Waiting for one thing. Your decision. The decision to try again. The decision to rise again. The decision to believe again. Because every great story begins with someone who refused to stay down. Think about it. Every success you admire, every person you look up to, at some point, they were exactly where you are. Doubting, struggling, unsure, but they had one thing in common. They didn't stop. And that's what I want you to understand today. "I can do it" is not just a statement. It is a lifestyle. It is a mindset. It is a daily commitment to refuse defeat. You will face obstacles. You will face rejection. You will face moments where it feels like nothing is working. But those moments are not there to destroy you. They are there to shape you. Every challenge is asking you one question. Do you still believe? And your answer must always be, yes, I can do it. Even when it's slow. I can do it, even when it's painful. I can do it, even when it doesn't make sense. I can do it, because faith is not about seeing the whole picture. It's about taking the next step, even when the path is unclear. Let me be honest with you. There will be days you don't feel strong. That's okay. Strength is not about always feeling powerful. It's about showing up. Even when you feel weak, there will be days you feel like giving up. That's okay. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. And there will be days you doubt yourself. That's okay. Because growth begins the moment you challenge that doubt. Say it with me, slowly, powerfully. I can do it. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Say it when you wake up. Say it when you're tired. Say it when you feel like quitting. Because the words you speak shape the life you live. I didn't become confident overnight. I didn't become strong in one day. But every time I chose to believe, every time I chose to try, every time I refused to quit, I became better. And so will you. One day, you will look back at all the struggles, at all the tears, at all the moments you almost gave up, and you will smile, because you didn't quit, because you kept going, because you believed, and you will say, I made it. But it all starts here, with one decision, one belief, one declaration. I can do it. So whatever you're facing right now, don't run from it, don't hide from it, face it, stand up, take a deep breath, and say it again. I can do it. Because you are stronger than you think. You are capable of more than you know. And your story is not over yet. This is your moment. This is your time. Rise up and prove to yourself that you can. If this message spoke to you, don't stop here. Let this be the beginning of a new mindset, a new you. Because the next chapter of your life depends on what you believe today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you.